what we discussed in our last class. Anything would like to say? Since we discussed, means Krishna is now going to give answer for first reason of Arjuna's. What is the first reason? Compassion. Compassion on relative, especially bodies. So Krishna going to tell that we are not this body, we are spirit soul. So for that he is giving the answers. So from verse number 11 to 13th, this first answer means Krishna is going to give. So far we discussed until which verse? Does anybody know? Yeah. So he said that material body is indestructible, immeasurable, and eternal. Material body of it means he's telling about soul. Eternal even is sure to come to an end. Therefore, fight what is it of Bharata. So now we are going to start from verse number 19. So today we will discuss science of soul. We will see that how soul is existing. We will see some proof from different field of personalities have given their opinion that how soul is existing. That is scientifically, not they are not spiritual people, material only, materialist. So they also agreed that soul is existing. And there are some case studies also that we'll try to see today. Yayenam vetti hantaram yaschainam manyate hatam ubhautau na vijanito nayam hantina hanyate. In this first question, the first reason, whatever Arjuna and Krishna is giving answer from 11 verse 2, verse number 30, there are so many important slokas are there. So the translation is, neither he who thinks the living entity, the slayer, nor he who thinks its slain is in knowledge. For the self slays not, nor is slain. Means no one can kill the soul. Someone thinks that the soul is going to die, and the soul can be killed. Somebody is thinking he is not in knowledge. We'll just discuss on this sloka. So this sloka is telling that the self means soul, is neither subject of killing nor object for killing. You understood? Thoda twisting रहेगा soul. Means a soul cannot kill another soul, nor the soul can be killed. This is what it's trying to explain. Here Krishna is telling the same thing only again and again, that how we are not body, we are soul, in different angle. So we will see also that. Because this is the basic understanding of any spiritual knowledge. Any spiritual knowledge you take, there are some spiritual, so-called spiritual movement. They tell about enjoyment only. You can do anything. So they think that we are this body only. But if somebody is not telling that we are not this body, we are soul. If somebody is not means emphasizing on the soul, that movement is not a proper movement. That's why we say spiritual. Spiritual means we should talk about spiritual only. But here we are talking about this body means this is material. Because body is made up of matter. So Arjuna is attached, so much attached to these two personalities, Bhishma and Drona. He wants to cut off. Krishna wants to cut off that. So for that, he is giving so many different types of angles there. How they are not body, they are soul. How you cannot kill them. Even if you kill or don't kill, the body is anyhow going to die. That's what it says. Soul is not going to be killed. And as being a soul, Arjuna, you also cannot kill another soul. Means Bhishma or Drona. Because soul is a subtlest matter. Subtlest means, yeah, which you cannot see. Like you cannot see intelligent. You cannot see mind. But still we accept that mind and intelligence is there. So this body is gross. स्थूल शरीर सूक्ष्म शरीर बोलते हैं. So it is gross body. उसका अंदर है subtle body. There is mind and intelligence equal. Means subtler than this body is mind. Senses. Subtler than senses is mind. Subtler than mind is intelligent. Subtler than intelligent is ego comes. Subtler than the subtlest thing is soul. If you cannot see the soul, then how can you kill? Like you cannot take an arrow and kill a mosquito, right? Is it possible? When mosquito is flying, you take an arrow or you take a rocket lancer or some gun you bring and try to kill. Is it possible? Cannot kill only. But it's because it is too small. Or some virus, corona has come. Can you kill with the guns, corona? But it is too small. That only you cannot kill. But soul you cannot see only. How can you think that you can kill with your arrow? There is no weapon to kill the soul. So the body is made up of matter which is already dead. It is a dead matter only. That's why it keeps on changing. Until the soul is there, it keeps changes. Once the soul leaves this body, it will not change. You know that dead body starts smells. It starts rots. The small worms are started coming because of the absence of soul. So I want to ask you one question. Krishna is telling here you kill. Means you have to kill because the body is anyhow going to die or it is dead only in one sense. Soul cannot be killed. So in that sense, why can't we kill animals? For people are eating meat, right? So why I should not kill anyhow? Soul is not going to die. Makes sense, right? Krishna is telling you should not kill. You can kill because body is already dead. Soul is not going to die. So anyhow, means he's trying to say they are not body, they are soul. They are not going to die. So similarly, we can also tell chicken is there, small chicken. It is also soul only because it has also lives. So I can kill them because it is also soul. Soul is not going to die. I can kill and eat. What is the problem? So why this? Sorry. Okay, good. Any other try? Yeah. Okay, tamasic activity. But my question is, what is the problem in killing?
Can be understood same as the law and the non-making. Suppose this soldier is here. If he is the authority is telling him to kill the enemy, so that time is authorized, he can kill the enemy, he could be some sort of rewarded. But at the same time, if the same soldier returns to the home and is grieved and he kills his neighbor, that would not be accepted because he is not the authority. So here Krishna is the authority. So there's no need to follow the lawmaker, the books, the rules, because Krishna himself is telling to kill. But in the other way, if the chicken and all, what you give example, in Shastra and Agriculture is appointment, we should not do it. So that is where appointing Shastras. There is a
exactly what is it is correct. So we have to see here, to whom Krishna is, he said that they are innocent. To whom Krishna is telling to kill here? Yudhishthira Maharaj? अरे मुझे सुनते ही नहीं. कृष्ण ने बताया ना, you lie because otherwise Dronacharya will not be killed. Ashwatthama is dead, you lie. He said no, I cannot lie. So he's सुनते ही नहीं, इनको मार दो. ऐसा नहीं बोला ना. To whom he is telling? Who is following adharmic activities. So like same example what he said, Indian army is telling that opposite that country is coming and try to kill us. So he's telling you can kill them. So you kill them, you will get award. But same day you are killing and opposite to them, and this fellow also one side fellow is shooting. बहुत हवा जा रही है, टफ टफ टफ. So थोड़ा टाइम करके इनको मार देंगे क्या होएगा? Instead of getting award, they will catch us. They will put us behind the wall because you are allowed to kill them because they are enemies. But he is not. Similarly, this is no one has any rights to kill anyone. That's why now even he may be an enemy, still a thief. You cannot kill him. There will be proper punishment will be given by specific department is there, police. We cannot do punishment. Similarly, here Arjuna is that person who has to avoid punishment. So that's what Krishna is saying that. There is a saying in scripture, Veda says that Ma himsyat sarva bhutana. Himsa means violence. Ma himsa means you don't have rights to do violence on any living entity. But at the same time, if you are a post holder, if your police should not think that I should not do violence, and that one person has done some big criminal activity, leave it in ignorance he did, we can leave him. No, then he should not become police victim. So you understood, right? Why we should not kill animals. So what justifies Arjuna's killing is for the principle of religion, not whimsically he is killing. Those who are following other mechanisms. If Arjuna doesn't kill them, what will happen? They will do other activities more so much, and then no one will follow any shastra. They will do things as they want. Like now, things are going like that. We'll go to next sloka. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं लोक भवितवान् भूयः अजो नित्य शाश्वतं यं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. For the soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. It has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. So he is telling the soul doesn't have birth also, death also. But body has birth also, death also. If something has birth, then that is also there. But soul doesn't have birth only. It is entering into the womb, entering into the body. Then the body is getting birth, not soul. So here it is telling he has his present tense, past and future tense is telling. He was not there. It is not that he was not there, and he is not there, and he will not be there. He is always existing. He is permanent. That's why body takes birth and it dies, but soul not. If you see in other religions, they don't much speak about soul. The soul concept is mentioned very metaphorically, not directly it is mentioned. But in our Sanatana Dharma, scriptures you see it is very clear cut mentioned. That in Bhagavad Gita, you can see this 20 verse specifically given for souls, the soul. That hazy definition is given in others. That's why their religious activities also you see mostly on body, not above that body, because no clarity is there. So Buddhist, they don't accept soul, but they accept reincarnation. So how it is possible? If soul is not that, then how it takes next to birth? Reincarnation means punarjanma. And whereas Christian, they doesn't accept reincarnation, but accept soul. So then it is also again another one contradictory. If soul is there, soul is not going to die, then how it will not take reincarnate? Or they will give explanation like one life is sufficient. There is only one life is there. So there is no other life. In Bible Old Testimonial, it was there about reincarnation. But what happened? There was one queen. She thought that if there is reincarnation concept, people will think now I will enjoy. Anyhow, I'm going to take birth again. So that time I will follow all the regulation, rules and regulations. Then things will be normal. So she said things would not go like that. That's why remove that part only. The new testimonial it is removed. They keep updating. But Shastra is not like that. As it is. We say na Bhagavad Gita as it is. We don't update. We don't have any authority to change the scripture. It is given by God.
It's like the super project now with the birth and that means you cannot create that you cannot destroy. So is there any reason of how exists on this universe.
How many souls? No, that is, I never came across something like that. How many souls are there? How many living entities are there itself? We don't know. 84 lakh species is there. In that 84 lakhs, how many fishes are there? How many trees are there? That we don't know. First of all, we might have not seen even 1,000 species. Have you seen 1,000? That's also very difficult. So in that, if you multiply 84 lakhs into how many there, it's quite difficult. Actually, this material world is 1/3 part of the spiritual world. Means this is 25% only material world. Other 75% is spiritual world. Yeah, 1/4. It's 25% material world. Other 70% is spiritual world. So how many living entities are there? That is unsure. Even you can see within our body also so many virus, bacteria, germs are there. They also has some. So that itself is quite difficult to find out within our body. That's why we say no, don't touch. Some diseases comes corona, all it may spread. If he eats, we should not touch that also. Like smallpox, chickenpox comes, no? It is very contagious. So this Bhagavad Gita is, this sloka is there, na? Najayati prayati vakalasi. This sloka. The same sloka is there in Upanishad also. Katha Upanishad. If you see Prabhupada purport, then Prabhupada mentions that. You don't have books, you can try to have books, henceforth it will be required. So in Prabhupada purport, it is said Katha Upanishad also same says same things. There are in scripture, Shruti is there, Smriti is there. So Shruti is given more importance than Smriti also. But this Bhagavad Gita comes under Smriti, not even Smriti, Itihasas. Itihas is given little importance. But this Bhagavad Gita is another name, it is told as Upanishad. Upanishad is comes under Shruti. Because whatever is given in Upanishad, same thing is given in Bhagavad Gita also. So it has same weightage. Bhagavad Gita is not some ordinary book. But size of the jiva is given. That we discussed, I think. That 100,000th part of the tip of the hair is the size of the soul is given. Is atomic in size. Even though it is small, even elephant also cannot function. It carries the body of elephant also, even ant also. So we'll see some now proof that how soul is existing. So first to prove is that some common sense only we can understand. We say now if someone dies, what we say when person dies, he has passed away. छोड़ के गया बोलते ना मुझे छोड़ के गए मतलब शरीर वहां पर ही पड़ा है क्या छोड़ के गया that question one should ask. So here nicely given that who has passed away, the soul has passed away, and even though the body is there still we are crying. So we are not giving importance to the body, we are giving importance to the soul. So another one is consciousness. Like if someone pinches only we will get so much pain, but at the postmortem you see they literally cut the body and remove everything and they test how this fellow died. He took poison or somebody stabbed or some other. They try to find out. He will not tell anything. Peacefully, he will be sleeping. कुछ बोलते नहीं. So because of that, consciousness is not there. For example, here one example is given. Camera is there. So through camera, you took a photo. After 20 years, you bring that photo in front of the camera. Will camera exhibit any emotion? But what we exhibit? We think, na, 20 years back this photo is taken, or 40 years back we took this photo. So we remember that place, what we did, and what that all kind of situation we remember. We have that feelings. But whereas this this camera doesn't have. So that's why living being is conscious, non-living being doesn't have conscious. You can cut this table at in any size, any whatever, however you want. It doesn't tell anything because it doesn't have soul. Another is this important thing is NDE or OBE we say. NDE represents near death experience. OB represents out of body experience. This is even doctors also proven that near death experience means some people have felt like they are in hospital, they will be in some ICU or somewhere. Immediately they found out that doctor also proven that he has died. So he found that he has died and then that soul also came out. Here you can see someone is floating. The soul also came out and he saw everything. He observed what all happened. It happened in one place that in some Western country, around person died, and the doctor was doing operation. That time he died. Then what they were discussing about some football match right in operation theater. They were discussing. And then they thought anyhow this fellow is dead. They were discussing and stitching everything to it. But somehow, for some reason, his quota is not over. That everybody is that life is measured through breathing. Some 10,000 breathing after that he will die means that there are some due to some karma. Until this much karma only he can enjoy in this body. That karma, time, and then particular body, particular place he will take birth. Everything is decided. So at particular time only he can leave that body. But somehow if he dies, he came out the soul, but again it re-entered. Even in scripture also, there is some kind, this type of near that experience is there. Ajamila past time, anyone knows? Ajamila. So it is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. He also gone through this near that experience. He is about to die. Yamaduta came to take his body, the soul, sorry. They were trying to pull. Immediately in that fearful condition, he shouted the name of Narayan. His last son name was Narayan. He was so much attached to the last son. But he did not call that Lord. He called this his son only. But somehow Lord mercifully sent his Vishnu Dutas. So that time that you can see here, what is the book name? Second Chance. There is a book called Second Chance. You can see in the stall. There will be one person will be dying in the bed. There will Yamadutas will be there and Vishnu Dutas will be there. So they both will be arguing. You can see the Second Chance book name. He got one more chance to live. That's why the book name itself Second Chance. And many people experience this before they die. Na? Many people have told some people are coming. They're looking very horrible, like demonic. Their faces are. Somebody, I don't know how many of you seen or heard about this. I seen when my brother before he leaves his body also he was telling. Some people are coming. I am very fearful. Ghost he was telling. So this Yamadutas they can see. They will come before only. So at that exact time they will take the soul. Some people cries also. Some people pass urine only the time of that by the fearful condition. Some people has seen only Yamadutas. One Muslim woman in Arabic country. So this book was they were distributing the Second Chance book. Maybe not be Arabic country, somewhere this because their book distribution is very difficult to distribute. Somewhere it happened with she's, but she's a Muslim. She undergone some operation, some accident happened, but she saw these personalities. So when she saw books, she immediately told, I have seen them. This one can ask them how they know that Yamaduta is there. How one can understand these people are looking like this only exactly. Shastra is given everything. How Krishna looks like, Ram looks like Krishna has flute, in tribang form, that bending form is there. Everything in scripture is mentioned. Even about Yamadutas, how they look like. They bring one dog and they will be having whip, white color dog they will bring. Their teeth will be very big. So by seeing that, it has been drawn. So this is the near that experience. So that person I was telling, these people were doctors were talking about football match. He entered into that body again and he started chastising the doctor. What you people are talking? People are talking about this football match. Is this the place to discuss about it? Then doctor told, hold on, how you came to know all this? You dead. According to that, what do you call CRT? That line came straight line. Straight line I am there was no wave. That heartbeat shows that waves. So there was no wave only you did, but how you came to then he explained what happened. Actually, I could able to see my body. I was floating above that air. So this that if you want, you can find out also. There are so many books written on this near that experience, out of body experience. These are the books. Many books are available. And about reincarnation study also there. This is Dr. Ayn Stevenson. He is a psychiatrist. He has seen many cases and he has studied also that how reincarnation is really existing. There are so many books are available in reincarnation. It's not something scriptural books, mundane books. You know phobia? What do you phobia means? Fear. There are different types of fears will be there. People, some they died in by stabbing with knife. So they have fear of this knife. Some died in water. They tried to swim, or somehow they were swayed away by water. They have fear in water, and some men shot by that. So they have fear in this gun. So that some kind of allergic or phobia is there because previous birth they had. And this reincarnation, there are such one book is there. There one person has shot and dead. In next life, he remembered his past life. So where he shot and dead, there one mark was also there, same mark behind. So that also he has found out this Ian Stevenson. Is there someone dies in water, they have fear in water. Someone killed by knife, someone shot, so they have that fear. How this? Because this phobia, why they have this fear is because of their past experience. It is stored in subtle body. Gross body dies. This body will die, but subtle body never dies. So it stores in the subtle body, and then it along with the soul, this also goes to that next body. I will show you one video also. You can see these twins. See, even though identical the twins are, physically born by splitting a single egg, they have same appearance, like same eyes, same kind of hair, everything looks same, but their behaviors are different. Why? Souls are different. This one pilot, he was in Air Force. He died while this war was going on, but he remembered in his past life. 1 minute. I will say that's why then online also they can hear. So he died in that war only, but he remembered. He again took birth as a human being, and he remembered before going for this war, they have to check the jet, how it is working. Some kind of testing has to be done. Then only it has to go for war. So as a small guy, he could able to do all these things.
They have the same name and boyish good looks. James M. Houston, raised in the Midwest. James M. Leininger, a young boy from the Bayou.
Whoa! There's something in the eyes. It's undeniable.
That's not all they share.
Somehow James Houston's spirit has affected my son, either through reincarnation. I don't know how it happened.
I can read the Japanese easy as pie.
Initially, what caught my attention was James's extreme fascination with airplanes.
And every night he slept with his G.I. Joe action figures, which he named.
I took him to the Kavanaugh Flight Museum.
Here's home video. While the other kids casually look at the plane, 2-year-old James seems to inspect it. Watch as he checks the underbelly, then climbs inside, donning the headset.
No, he won't I said, oh, look, there's a bomb on the bottom. He said, that's not a bomb, that's a drop tank.
Bouncing about in the cockpit, James was flying high. That night, their world would change forever.
He started having the nightmares, and that was my first indication that there was something wrong. It was a panic-stricken, terrorized screaming.
Over and over again, James had the same terrible nightmare, 4 to 5 times a week. He was too young to explain the dream, but he could draw.
Bombing ships, you see men parachuting. Here's another one where planes are dropping bombs.
Help me.
He would just be crying. It's the airplane crash on fire, little man can't get out. He laid on his back and kicked up at the ceiling, and he goes, Mama, the little man's going like this. And he laid on his back and kicked his feet up. The little man's going, ooh, 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 can't get out. And I said, well, who's the little man, baby? And he goes, me. I thought Bruce and I were just gonna faint.
They questioned what kind of plane.
Corsair.
Why did your airplane crash?
My plane was shot down.
Who shot your plane?
He looked at me like I was a village idiot. He said,
The Japanese. I kept thinking, where is he getting this? I was a stay-at-home mom, so I know that there wasn't anything that he was being exposed to.
Not exposed to in this life, but perhaps, just maybe, somebody else was. Decades earlier, James Houston grew up with the same insatiable fascination with airplanes. He became a naval fighter pilot and fought in World War II. March 3rd, 1945, during a mission near Iwo Jima, he took a direct hit. At age 21, was declared missing and presumed dead.
where did he take off from a boat?
Do you remember the name of your boat? He said, Natoma.
Found several thousand hits on the word Natoma.
The USS Natoma Bay launched into battle, headed for Iwo Jima in the fight for Lady Gulf.
It's the biggest naval battle in the history of the world.
Leo Pyatt served on the ship. From his home in Ohio, he organizes the Natoma Bay reunions. That's how Bruce found him.
I wanted to disprove it.
He asked a few questions about, did I know some of the people? Oh yeah, I remember those people. And so he got very quiet.
It was all real. The people and places James described actually existed. And remember those G.I. Joe dolls that James named? Turns out, 3 men with the same names, first and last.
So he remembered everything. What was that ship, from where the jet will move, and who was there with him, how they died, where they died, everything he could remember, and he told. He used to have dreams that, but he cannot explain as a small child. When he became quite mature, he started revealing one by one. And then his father, they started searching and they found out whatever he is telling is true, how he came to know everything. Then they took him to psychiatrist. Then they finally found out it was the lost birth. One more case also is there. A small child name was Sukla, who remembered her past life. She used to play with one doll. She tells Meenu, Meenu, she was playing. So parents were thinking, okay, something children are playing with the doll, it is normal only. But she was telling Meenu, it is my child. She was telling, then it is quite hard thing. How he is telling name all, how she gave name to the doll. Then slowly she also started growing, she started crying, I want to see my Meenu. And they started taking it serious. Then they started asking what is happening, why you are crying. Then she revealed that I was born and brought up in one family. I had one little daughter, but she died when the daughter was too small. So generally, mother has so much affection, right? If the child they dies, the small child is also very small. So the child name was Meenu. She told, I want to go there, I want to see. Then the father asked, he was working in railways. So he asked other person, something the name will be there, Bhaktar Pusto, place name. Yes, he said it is there. One place is like that. Then they took this child only there. As soon as she went and she got down there, she started leading the village, how to go, where her house is, everything she told. And after going to that house also, there was, after they died, they will break the house and they bring the dead body up. Again, they will close it according to their custom. So she was little confused. Here that entrance was there. Then she went there and they found out other entrance because that was not remembered. It happened after she died. And after going home, she pointed out who is. Even she told their pet name also. Pet name generally in home they will call, na? Chotu, like that, something they call. But she found out that also. This also case was analyzed by this Einstein Stevenson. And even famous scientists, they also believe. They gave their point. So one person asked Prabhupada that our body is just like a complex machine that gets worn out and crashes. Why should we bother about soul, which empower the body? He said, soul is why soul is important. Prabhupada told that. So he was working in a car company. He told that You have one car and keep two car, will it generate another car? Or do you have laptop and then desktop? If you keep together, will it give palm top? It doesn't give. But how your body is killing? One male body, one female body, another body is produced because of the presence of soul. If you put dead body, it will not produce. So the soul is, that's why it is very important. Hope now you can agree that soul is existing. We'll go now quickly. We want to complete this in today's session. Oh Partha, how can a person who knows that the soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, and immutable kill anyone or cause anyone to kill? Understood? थोड़ा ध्यान से रहो. We'll go a little quickly. Here Krishna is giving knowledge to Arjuna for engaging in warfare. By engaging, you are not going to get sin. Because the body is not going to die. So why you are worried about the body? See, soul is not going to die. Body is anyhow it is dead matter only. So you don't need to bother about it. You fight. By killing that body, you are not going to get any sin. Because it is anyhow going to die only. It is like surgical operation. The operation why they do to cure the disease, not to kill that person. Sometimes doctor will tear the stomach or some parts and he will do the operation. It is like how we are using the things. Knife is good also, bad also, right? If you give the knife into doctor hand, he will save your life. If you give in a thief hand, he will kill your life. Okay, we'll go to next verse. This is also an important shloka. Vasam sijirnani yada vihaya navani granati naro aparani tata sarirani vihaya jirnani anyani samyati navani dehi. Simple example Krishna is giving. Like when this dress became very old, torn, what we will do? We'll remove and throw it. No, it is torn also, it became very old. And we'll wear new dress. Same thing Krishna is telling. As a person puts on new garments, giving up the old ones. The soul similarly accepts new material body, giving up the old and useless one. Is there a birth, old age, disease, death? The body keeps on changing. After old age, the body cannot change. That is considered as death. So that time the soul will think, soul cannot be in this body. This body has lost its capacity. Then it will accept new body. So here Atma is there and Paramatma is there also within us. Not only one soul is there, there is Paramatma also. Who is Paramatma? He is just witnessing what is going on, what this person is doing. We cannot say that what if I do some crime, I can use some money, some bribe, and I can cover it up. And police also doesn't care. But as soul is, Paramatma is looking what is going on, he's taking note of everything. So that's why only we are getting the next body also. On what basis? Who is victimizing everything? There is super soul. Even if you want to do some illegal thing, you find some kind of force from within, right? I should not do. Some kind of hesitation will come from where it is coming. करने के लिए मुझे मन नहीं पड़ा है. पहले बार somebody, some friends are forcing you smoke. नहीं अच्छा नहीं है. हमको मन में लगता है ना, because that is coming from super soul only, परमात्मा. Okay, we'll go to next verse. This is also an important. Nainam chittanti sastani, nainam dahati pavaka, nachainam kledayanti apu na sosayati marutaha. The soul never be cut into pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by wind. So he's trying to say that the soul cannot be killed by any weapons. In this material world, you can create weapons through these 5 elements only. earth, water, fire, air, ether, through this only. So one cannot kill the soul by this weapon. Why? Huh? Okay. I gave clue also. Yeah, soul is spiritual. All these weapons are material. So with the material weapon, you cannot kill the spiritual. So Krishna is telling with your arrow, you cannot kill the soul. The soul is made, the arrow is made up of material. There is one, some people call the Mayavadis. Have you ever heard Mayavadis? Any idea? Yeah. This Mayavadis, what they will say, as you said that rightly, they themselves will call themselves as God. I am Narayana. I am the God. And after death, the soul will merge into God. So I will become God. That is their philosophy. But actually, here it is. Next sloka, it clarifies that how the soul is not separated. Not here it is said the soul cannot be cut. The soul cannot be burnt. The soul cannot be insoluble. Then how can you say that the soul has been separated and it is again merging? In one more sloka, we saw that the soul remains individual only. It is not after that we are going to merge, which means they are trying to say we are also becoming God. That is this Maya strategy. Now we are soul. We have to understand that I am God. After you understand, you will become God. How? After that, the soul will merge into that super soul. Brahma Jyoti bolte na? So you will go and merge into that Jyoti. Soul is also a small Jyoti, they will say. This Jyoti will like sea water is there. And here river water is there. River water will go and merge with sea water. Everything will become sea water, right? Water that you cannot find. So that is what their philosophy. But here it is clearly said the soul is not going to merge. So what counter philosophy is given for that? There is a green tree is there. And green parent is entering into the tree. So now you cannot see the parent, right? It looks everything green, green, cannot find. But still that parent is individual only. It is not that parent became tree. So similarly, even though they go there also, they are not going to become God. God always remains God. We soul, Jiva, we remains as this Jiva only. थोड़ा भी philosophy जाएगा आपको थोड़ा फैन भी है थोड़ा अच्छा थोड़ा ध्यान से लो The individual soul is unbreakable, insoluble, and can be neither burned nor died. He is everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, and eternally the same. Same philosophy only again Krishna is telling. Stop thinking about body, don't do your duty, Krishna is telling. It is said that the soul is invisible, inconceivable, immutable. Knowing this, you should not grieve for the body. The soul cannot be seen. The soul cannot understand also. There is no device, right, to understand soul. Is there any like telescopes or some other device are there? You can microscope, you can see virus, bacteria. Like this, there is no some device to see the soul. So you cannot understand also. And the soul is immutable. Mutation कहते हैं ना, coronavirus भी mutate हो गया बोलते हैं ना. It cannot change only. The soul will not change. So you don't bother about it. You please fight. If, however, you think that the soul is always born and dies, you still have no reason to lament. Oh, mighty all. Now he is giving another type of explanation, Krishna. He is telling to Arjuna. Before he was telling about spiritually, now he is telling about like worldly views. Now people say, nah, soul is also going to die. Some people doesn't know soul is existing also. So in this case, Krishna is giving different types of explanation. So far he is telling from scripture. Now he is telling general talk. I'm just saying that purport. But here Krishna is telling, even if you think the soul is also going to die, then you fight and kill them because there is no sin only, right? When there is sin, when you are going to sin in next body, so or in future. So now only you kill, they are not going to get any sin because one of the Arjuna's argument is sin, right? I am going to get sin, third one. So why if the soul is also, if you think that soul is going to die, there is no sin only you can tell. And if you think there is no soul only body is existing, still you don't need to worry because body is made up of chemicals. Like you are doing chemical laboratory, so many experiment. Suddenly somehow slipped and then the test tube fell and the chemicals got waste. Are you going to cry for that? So much chemical. Of course, it's costly, but we are not going to cry. So similarly, this body also made up of chemical. The chemical got wasted. Why are you going to cry? You can kill. So he is giving in different way angle. So I am telling for no reason you are lamenting. If you think soul is there also, you have to fight because soul is not going to die. If you think soul is not there also, you fight. Why? Because there is no sin. That's no I explain. आप लोग थोड़ा चले गए लगे. One who takes birth is sure to die, and after that one is okay. This important. So जातस्य हि दुर्वं मृत्यु, दुर्वं जन्म मृत्युस्य च तस्माद् अपरिहार्यार्थे नत्वं सोचितम् अर्हसि. So one who takes birth is going to die, and one who dies is again going to take birth. Therefore, in the unavoidable discharge of your duty, you should not lament. लोग बोलते हैं ना, खाओ पियो मजा करो, किसको मालूम क्या होने वाले. After that, nothing is going to happen. Everything is finished. So you enjoy. This is the one last life. I said, but here Krishna is telling, no. One who takes birth, he will die. One who dies, he is going to take birth again. So this birth, death, that birth, the disease keeps on going on. That's why this is the real problem of life. So this is that, where's that? So one should not bother so much about that. Why? Because this birth is there means death is there. In between old age, disease, other relation problems, all the problems are going to come. So people they die because of problem, right? So much problem I am unable to handle only. Better I will hang myself and die. So if he doesn't have knowledge that again he is going to take birth. It is not that karma is not going to leave anyone. People think if I die, then there will not be any problem. It is like a drunken person. Why they drink, you know? So much misery I have. Just to forget that misery, they will drink. So एक बार पी लिया ना, खुश रहते वो लोग. कब तक खुश रहते? कब तक नशा में है, तब तक. Once he is dying, again he will be in the same way. Similarly, this body was. So he thinks that if I die now, everything is finished. But until when he gets next to body, again the same karma is going to follow him. So one cannot escape from that karma. Even if you do good also, you have to take birth. If you do bad also, you have to take birth. First by following only bhakti, one can come out of this karma. Otherwise, this karma is going to follow us. That we'll discuss in next chapters. All created beings are unmanifest in their beginning, manifest in their interim state, and unmanifest again when annihilated. So what need is there for lamentation? किसी को समझा है what it is told here? Told about body or soul? Huh? Yeah. Before birth, body was not there. After that, again the body will not there, it will rot and die. And then in between the body was there. It is like before exhibition, the place was empty. After exhibition also the place will be empty. In between that stage, there will be exhibition. Similarly, in between the life where we are going to live, the body is going to be there. Anyhow, it is going to die, Krishna is telling. So you fight. Just to make Arjuna to fight so many different angles, Krishna is explaining. Some look soul as amazing, some describe him as amazing, and some hear him as amazing. While others, even after hearing about him, cannot understand him at all. So this is told about. Yeah. It is amazing verse. It's told about so many amazing things. Here, what are all senses are given? Like some look soul as amazing, eyes. Some describe tongue, and some ear. Different senses are given to describe the soul, how amazing it is. So some people, after hearing everything, they cannot understand. The soul is such a it is small in size, even when one cannot see also, but it has tremendous capacity. Whatever a scientist is trying to find out many things because of the presence of the soul. As soon as the soul leaves, he cannot do anything. And from that Paramatma only we will get the knowledge also. Everybody is not intelligent, right? Why? Everybody is not becoming very rich or even not taking birth in a rich family. Everybody is not handsome. Everybody is not genius. Because the factor behind it is there is karma. If somebody is getting good body, healthy body also, he has done some good karma. Whereas we can see many people, even by birth, they have some disease. And some people, they take birth in very rich family, Ambani, like that. And everybody has the desire. I do want to take birth in such a way, but it is not happening because of that karma. The karma factor is involved. So how this karma is exactly working because of the presence of Paramatma. Paramatma knows down everything. This is the last verse. O descendant of he who dwells in the body can never be slain. Therefore, you need not grieve for any living being. So the soul is not going to die, so you don't worry. Please fight. Krishna is telling to Arjuna that please fight. You don't need to bother about soul. So what we discussed today, that soul is not going to be. What are the example we saw? That existence of soul, the proof we saw. Okay. Yeah. Reincarnation. Huh? Yeah, that is reincarnation. ND, OB also. Anything else we saw? Phobia, twins, 6 group we saw that. So do you have any question now? So with this verse, that first reason is covered. So I want to give importance to that example. Whatever Krishna is telling depends that example of the reincarnation, everything. If you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, we will stop here. Okay, we will stop here. Bhagavad Gita ki jai. So we'll have prasadam here only. Southern room. तो रूम में है प्रसाद तो ऑफिस के पास में है ना ड्राइवराज को लेके चलो हाँ ये आकाश भी है उसका 2 बार दबा दो और बंद कर दो so next class we will discuss other reasons. What are the next reason is? No enjoyment.